Hey friends, Sleepy here, and welcome to a brand new pickups video. Got a lot of great new additions to the collection to share with you guys today. We got stuff from my favorite game stores, Gamefly, GameStop, eBay, and also from Nintendo. So we'll get started here with some stuff from GameStop. Got myself another Xbox One title. Now I have the other games in this series, but I didn't even know that this one got released on the original Xbox, on Xbox One. And I'm glad that I was able to find it, and that was a copy of Borderlands, but this is the Game of the Year edition. So I now have Borderlands, Borderlands 2, Borderlands 3, and Borderlands, the pre-sequel, all on the Xbox One with all the DLC content. So this has all the bonus content that came with the Game of the Year edition, which is awesome. And it also had the manual and the map. So I was very happy that it had all that, because I like to have the, the complete collection for games when I'm able to get them, and I was able to get this. This was like under $10 too, really cheap at GameStop. And the guy that works there at the store in my house, he's really nice. I told him I wanted to make sure I got the best looking copy and the one that had the manual and map, and so he gave me that copy that they had in the store, because they had like 6 or 7 of these. So happy to add that to the collection, because this is a great series. Love the Borderlands games, so it'll be great to go through this one again. And then my big purchase from GameStop was my copy of Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury for Nintendo Switch. This was the $60. Got this on launch day. Wonderful game. If you guys had never played the Wii U version, you definitely should pick it up here on the Switch, because the graphics are improved. And they also added this new game mode of Bowser's Fury, which I have not played yet, but it looks fun. And since I pre-ordered at GameStop, I got this really cool Bowser poster that goes with the Bowser's Fury. So that was a pretty neat thing to get there. Don't have a place right now to put it, but still looks really cool. I'll probably just leave it against one of these shelves. So that was awesome. I got a couple of games off of Gamefly. I do rent from Gamefly, but I mostly use them to buy stuff, because you can buy used games, but you always get the case, and if they have DLC codes or anything bonus stuff like that, they don't give those out in the rental. So when you buy them, you get to get that stuff. And so I picked up 3 games. First one I got, and I don't remember the exact price I paid on this, but it was, I think, like $20, a lot cheaper than my local game stores, and that was The Outer Worlds, an RPG game. I do know that they recently released some DLC for this, and I wanted to get this game for a while. People have recommended it, saying, that's fun to get, you should get it. I just was waiting for the price to go down, because I didn't want to pay the $30 and $40 that my local game stores asked, so getting it for around $20 was great, and, complete with everything, so I was happy to get that. And then these next 2 games here are games that are similar in playstyle to like your Dark Souls type of games with that difficulty in them. And this first one is Chronos Before the Ashes, which is related to that other Ashes game that I showed you guys in my last pickups video. And this one that one's like in the future. This was like in the past set, so you have your your swords and shields and stuff, but plays similar to like a Dark Souls as far as how difficult the game is. It just looked kind of cool, and I just wanted to check it out. So happy to have that in the collection. We'll see how that is, because I do love the Dark Souls series, and I love those kind of games. And the other one I got was Mortal Shell, which is another one of those Dark Souls type game where you play as like a soul, but then you take over dead bodies of characters that you then play as, and you have to go through the story and stuff. And it's similar to like a Dark Souls thing, and really dark. Heard good things about it. It was pretty cheap. Same with that Ashes one. I don't remember the exact price for it, but it was like, I think it was like $12 or something. And I think this one was like around the same price, maybe like 10 or so bucks. What was really cool is it came with this little art book, so that was neat. And then it also came with this big poster, so that's pretty cool. That's why I like getting stuff from the Gamefly, because you can get it cheaper, and you always get all the bonus stuff that you don't always get sometimes at your game stores, because people kept the stuff. Usually you have to, if you want to get everything, sometimes you have to buy something new. So I got that. So definitely looking forward to checking out these Dark Soul-like games, because I do enjoy the Dark Souls series, so it'll be interesting to see. And I saw some gameplay of this Mortal Shell one, and it looked really good, so I'm looking forward to checking that out. Now we'll move on to some stuff I got from Nintendo. So Nintendo has a reward system, My Nintendo, where you earn these little platinum coins for doing different things in games, or entering a contest, or viewing on their website, and you earn these platinum coins, which you can then use to buy physical rewards. It used to only be digital stuff, like you're going to get a calendar for your computer, or a background or a theme for the 3DS, but they started adding, it was either last year, year before, physical reward items, and so I've been using my points on those, and I got some cool stuff. The first thing I got was this 2021 calendar, which is pretty cool. It's still in there sealed, so it has all 12 months in there. We had little Mario pictures and stuff, so I've got that, which is pretty cool. I also got a poster that they just added recently for Bravely Default 2, and it came in this nice little shipping tube, so don't have anywhere to put it for now, so we'll just leave it in this shipping tube to keep it protected. But that was cool. I think that was like 700 coins, and I think this calendar might have been like 800 coins. I was very happy for this because these got restocked. I missed out on them the first couple times they had them, and it came in this nice white box. But there's some for the Mario 3D All-Stars poster set, which is pretty cool. You have 3 different posters in there. It's all sealed. I don't want to mess it up, but you have, you know, your Super Mario 64, Sunshine, and Galaxy. And they got these restocked, and this was 800, so I was so happy to see that because I jumped on it, because this stuff just goes quick. But it's just neat to, you know, to get something for free that you don't have to pay for. Only thing you do, I mean, you have to pay for the shipping. The $5.34 is what I have to pay every time. But, I mean, to get this cool stuff for not really doing a whole lot of work is pretty cool. And then my favorite item that I got from Nintendo, which so happy that I got this, was the second set of the Super Mario Brothers 35th anniversary pins. And these are a lot bigger than the first set that I got. And you had to do certain missions again. I think it was like 15 missions. You had to buy this game plus do 14 other missions, and then they would send you these pins if you could get on the website. Website was down when it first was launched, but I was able to get on a few hours later, secured my pins, and they sent them to me in like a week, so I was very happy. And they're really big, which is really cool, a lot bigger than the other set. And you have, which my favorite thing is the Mario 35th anniversary giant pin. Then you got Mario with Cappy, a Cat Mario, which I love Cat Mario. Got Mario on Yoshi, you got Mario from Galaxy, and then you have Mario with his Flood backpack from Mario Sunshine. So very cool. Very hard to get this set. So glad I was able to get it. I got both sets for the Mario 35th anniversary because Mario is my absolute favorite character. He's the whole reason I got into video games and made me the gamer I am today. So if it wasn't for Nintendo and Mario, I wouldn't be a gamer at all, probably, because these are what got me into gaming. So I was so happy to get this. It was so hard to get. And of course, you have scalpers and the assholes and stuff that go on eBay, want to charge 100 or 200 or whatever they decide to do for shit like this. So it's ridiculous, but it happens. But I'm so glad I got that, so that was awesome. And now we'll move on to some stuff from eBay. I got some magazines, got some strategy guides, and some games. The first one I got here for Xbox, I think, was like $12. This was just a variant for my collection. I'd never seen one before like this. Is Ghost Recon Platinum Hit Seal, but it had this cool orange mature sticker, so I'm sure some retailer or something put in it. The only system I like to collect variants and weird variants and stuff for is the original Xbox, and I haven't picked up a variant for my original Xbox in a long time, just because I pretty much have all of them except for some really hard to find ones. So when I saw this, I had to grab it for $12 and add to the collection, just because it's something unique. Would I recommend variant collecting to anybody else? Definitely not, but it was something cool for me for the collection, so I was glad to get that. And then this cost me like $80-some, but I actually play in a local poker game with my buddies, and I left with over $150 in cash in that game. So this really didn't cost me anything. It was their money. I started off with a little bit of money and left with $150. So realistically, I didn't have to pay a dime for this. It was from their money, so I decided to splurge on something I needed for my Wii U set, because this game gets harder and harder to find because there's only 3,000 copies of it. And that is Shakedown Hawaii, but this is the collector's version that comes with a digital soundtrack. The game's in there sealed. They never came, the outer cases never came sealed. This is just how they were. And it was limited to only 3,000 copies. So I figured, normally I wouldn't pay, you know, the $80-some. It was like 83 or something with shipping. But since I had that free money, basically, I used that and splurged that for myself, and I got that. So happy to have that for my Wii U collection, because I am going for a complete Wii U set, so very happy to have that knocked off. Like I said, there's only 3,000 of those special edition versions made, and then the regular copies, I have no idea how much there are, so we got that. And now we got our magazines here. These were priced, trying to think, they're like, these first two here were about like $5 or $6 each, and these are really uncommon magazine, and these are Xbox Nation, and this is number 20, 2004. I need it for my collection. And no, Xbox Nation 21 December 2004. So glad to get those. I'd like to get all of these. I think there's only like 25 or 26 total issues for this. Is a pretty short-lived magazine, all about the Xbox, but it was a cool magazine, so I would like to get the whole set of that. So that's one of my goals. So I was glad to find those. Rarely do they pop up online for sale. And then this next set here, pack, I can't remember how much I paid for it, but it was a hell of a deal because of what was in it. But it came with this Next Gen magazine, which I actually have a few of these, and it was all about Halo. So, and I love Halo. That's what actually got me into loving the Xbox. So pretty cool to see that. Magazine's in pretty good condition, and it came with the whole reason I wanted to get this issue, because this is a very rare, hard to find issue, and this is the special E3 Collector's Edition from 2004 with the Halo 2 cover. They put it over the regular copy here from June 2004, issue 32. So these were given out at E3. They had done this before with a previous issue, I think it was number 7, which I have, with this black cover. And then there was also the preview issue that they gave out at the first E3 in 2001 that had the Xbox and stuff that they were trying to push everything. So there's 3 E3 issues that I know of so far, and I have them. As soon as I saw this in there, I sent the lady an offer, and she accepted it and sent it to me because I knew what this was and how rare this thing was, and I got it for a great deal. I think it was like, I don't remember, maybe $15 or something for the 2 magazines, but I was so glad to see this because this is the kind of stuff that doesn't pop up very often, and this is the kind of neat, unique stuff I like to have in my collection, so very happy to get that. This is just a free game magazine from Walmart. I don't know why that's in the pile. No, that's from somewhere else. Okay. And then I got myself a bunch of official Xbox magazines. I only needed 3 issues in this, but with the bundles and stuff, it basically breaks down to like $1 an issue, which is a hell of a deal for Xbox magazines. I'll have a bunch of doubles here, but you know, I can put them in my trade pile because there's so many people now going for the Xbox magazine that there's plenty of people that I can either sell these to or, you know, put them in trade for somebody. So we've got official Xbox magazine issue 119. March 2011, which is pretty cool. We've got April 2011, and what I really like about some of these have like an extra, like a little cover attached to the cover itself. So April 2011, May 2011. So that's how, you know, like you have the cover, but sometimes they put an alternate cover on it, and that's how I found out that some of these this lot carry, you know, include an issue that I didn't even know was in there that I needed. So it was a very cool little thing to see. We've got June 2011, July 2011, August 2011, all about Gears of War 3, pretty cool. October 2011, November 2011, December 2011, another one with those extra covers on it. 10-year anniversary issue of the Xbox magazine for holiday 2011. February 2012. March 2012. April 2012. Here's one of the issues I needed. I've been having a hard time finding, and I actually got 2 now. So May 2012. I have 2 different copies of this. It was a really hard one for me to track down, and now I have 2 of them. So that's how it finds, you know. You can't find something, and then you find a bunch of them. Another one here I needed, and I ended up getting 2 copies. June 2012 with Crisis on the cover. Both in great condition, so that's awesome. Another one here. July 2012, August 2012, September 2012, another one with about Gears of War Judgment, November 2012, Halo 4 one for June 2012. Holiday 2012, talking about Far Cry 3, which that's a good game. Here's the one, another one I needed here. This is one I didn't realize it was because of the cover. This is January 2013. I know about this cover, but this one had that alternate cover on it, which is cool. So I like those little variants for the magazines. We got February 2013, and the last one here, March 2013. So I really only needed 3 of those issues, but those lots I picked up with the price breaking down to like $1 an issue was just worth it for buying them because they had free shipping and everything. And now I have extra issues for my trade pile. Plus, I'll be able to compare conditions of the ones I already have and keep the best one for my set, and then I can trade off the ones that I don't need. So we got those, so that was pretty cool. And now I'll go over some strategy guides I got at my local game store, which I'm working on building up my strategy guide collection, because I want to get stuff like my buddy Dean is. He wants to get stuff before these are harder to find since they don't make them. And it's getting harder and harder to find some of these issues. And actually, before we go to the game store, I forgot I got 3 from eBay. And this first one here is a pretty hard to find issue. I got this, it was like $17 or so. But it's pretty cool because I have both of these games. I actually just beat one of these. But it's Spider-Man, Mysterio's Menace, and X-Men Reign of Apocalypse for Game Boy Advance. So 2 games in one. Strategy guide for it. So really happy to get this because this is a very uncommon guide to find these days. And this is in one that's in really good condition. So I was happy to get that. Next up, I've been wanting to get this one for a while ever since I picked up a copy for my buddy Dean. And now this one's a little beat up. It was like, I think $14 or something shipped, but I got some water damage to it, but it's alright. I mean, I can still use it. Duke Nukem Land of the Babes, the official strategy guide, which, like I said, a little warped, but it's usable and doesn't really bother me. And this is a pretty hard to find strategy guide. Doesn't pop up on sale for too often, and usually they want 20, 30, or 40 bucks for a copy. So really happy that I got this. Maybe someday down the road I'll get a better copy if I find it, but if not, I got this one and be able to use it for this game because this is a pretty cool game on the PlayStation 1. And the other one I got is, I think this was like $7 or $8. It's for Freedom Fighters, which was recommended to me by one of my subscribers to check out on the original Xbox that I have. So I got the strategy guide for it. So I was happy to get that. So that'll do it for the eBay stuff. Now we'll go over the strategy guides and magazines and stuff I got at my local game store. So this first one here I think was like $4. And it's the official Lara Croft Collector's Magazine, the ultimate guide to Tomb Raider. And it has a Tomb Raider 1 and Tomb Raider 2 strategy guide. So, just looked pretty cool. Figured I'd check it out because I do like these old Tomb Raider games, so that was neat to get. This guide was $3, and it's still sealed, and that's Call of Duty 2, big red one. That was on the Xbox and PS2. Hard to say no to a brand new strategy guide for $3, so I got that. For $5, I've got a copy here of Duke Nukem Forever. No, not 5, it was $3. $3 for Duke Nukem Forever. So I want to get all the Duke Nukem strategy guides since I have most of the Duke Nukem games. So I was happy to see that there. Next up here for $5, I got Star Wars Rogue Squadron, the official Nintendo's player guide. And I actually found 2 of these. One of them I picked up from my buddy Dean, and they're both in pretty good condition. And I loved this Star Wars Rogue Squadron on the Nintendo 64, and this has all the secrets and stuff for it. So I'm gonna go back into it because I never did 100% this game as a kid. So that'll be neat to use this to go and find all the secrets and stuff. What a wonderful Star Wars game! If you've never played it on the Nintendo 64 and you have one, you gotta pick it up. It's a great game. It's like a $20 title now, so very happy to see that. Next up here for $5, I got Lost Planet 3 Strategy Guide, which I love the 3 Lost Planet games. Didn't have this guide, so needed it for the collection. Another one here that was brand new and sealed for $5 was Brother in Arms, Earned in Blood. I mean, it's just hard to say no to a cheap strategy guide and still sealed. So that's cool. Next up here for original Xbox, $5 was Mech Assault 2 Lone Wolf, which I do want to get the strategy guides for the original Xbox games. This is a wonderful mech game. I used to love playing this on Xbox Live. Obviously, it's shut down. However, you can play it through that XKai Link LAN thing software that people use. So, got the strategy guide for that. It was a great game. Next up for $5, I got Army of Two 40th Day. Pretty cool game. Love this co-op. I played with my brother and beat it. But this has all the extra collectibles and stuff that I never got in the game. I will now be able to get thanks to this guide. Next up here, I got the strategy guide for Just Cause 2 for $5. I am working on this game. I haven't played it for quite a while, but I want to 100% it. This strategy guide will definitely come in handy because it has everything that you can do in the game and tips and tricks and all that stuff. And I just love strategy guides for stuff like that. So for $5, hell of a deal. Next up, we got Conflict Desert Storm 2 Back to Baghdad for $5. Pretty cool game. I never got a chance to play much of it, so this strategy guide will definitely come in handy. Next up, I got some Tom Clancy games here. I got Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon 2. This has 2007 First Contact and 2011 Final Assault. So it's for two different Ghost Recon 2 games for PS2 and original Xbox, which I do own both of them. So that's pretty cool. I love dual guides like that. Next up, we have Ghost Recon Jungle Storm, which is for the PlayStation 2. And I never heard of this game, so I'm going to have to definitely pick it up because I love these Ghost Recon games. I don't play the multiplayer on them or anything like that. Obviously, you can't anyways unless you were to hook up multiple PS2s or just play with buddies on it. But I like these for the story, so definitely looking forward to checking that out because I did not even know about this Ghost Recon Jungle Storm. So very cool to see that strategy guide there. Got Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell Chaos Theory for $5. I have most of the Splinter Cell guides, but I was lacking this one. So this covers your PS2, your GameCube, PC, and Xbox. Was a good game in the series, so happy to have the strategy guide. And then we got two more guides here. I was happy to see this one because I just beat the sequel to this. This is Homefront, the original, but this is a collector's edition. And it was only priced at $5. Hell of a deal for a collector's edition. Love these hardbound books. It's in such good condition. I just love strategy guides. I love them, and I especially love collector's guides. And when I can get it cheap, it's even better. So I was so happy to see that. And then this was really cool to find. Have this game, but I've never had the strategy guide for it, and I need to beat it. And that is The Punisher for only $10. And I know my buddy Dean is looking for a copy of this as well. So my buddy that works at my game store by my house actually said he has an alert on it. As soon as any of their locations, they're in 4 states, one pops in, he's just going to have it sent to the store so I can buy it. So, Dean, I am keeping an eye out for you for a copy of Punisher for you, because I know you're looking for it as well. And this was released on PC, PS2, and Xbox, and this Punisher game was awesome. Had brutal ways to kill people, and you could strangle, and you could punish people, and then you could also interrogate them by, like, hitting them with stuff. It was just a really cool game. A lot of controversy at the time, and people didn't like it, and the parent groups and stuff hated it because they said it was ultra-violent stuff, but I loved it because it's just fucking awesome, and having the strategy guide is amazing, so happy to have that. That'll do it for the strategy guides, guys, and now we'll go over the games that I got from there. First thing I do have, though, is a little pre-order bonus here for Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. This was like $2. Some little sticker set that you got at like GameStop, or somebody had this, so I just thought it was cool. They always have little collectibles. There's a local guy that has been selling off his collection and his little collectibles and stuff to them, and so then I've been buying them, so that's cool to see. Got some games here. I got here one game here for the Wii. It is Dragon Blade Wrath of the Fire. It was $8. Buddy recommended it to me and said that, it has some motion controls, but it's an action RPG, and he said that you might like it to give it a try, so I picked it up. We'll see how it is, because I'm able to play games with the motion controls. I know some people aren't, but it doesn't bother me. And it is complete, so, and in good condition. I'm looking forward to that. Some more Wii U games I needed for my Wii U set. First up here is Kung Fu Panda Showdown of Legendary Legends, which I actually like the Kung Fu Panda movies, and I played one of the games with my son, so it was, I might actually play this one. It was $10. And it is complete with the manual, because not all Wii U games come with manuals, but when they do, I want to get them, so I got that. And then this one I had never heard of before, was priced at $15, which looking online was actually a pretty good deal, is SteamWorld Heist and SteamWorld Dig, A Fistful of Dirt, the SteamWorld Collection. So very cool, and complete with the manual and everything for $15 is a good deal. And they look like really fun little indie side-scrolling games, so I'm definitely going to have to check those out on the Wii U. If you guys have played it before, let me know how it is, but I was happy to get that for my Wii U set. Another one I needed for the Wii U here is Tokyo Mirage Sessions FE Special Edition. This has everything in it. They didn't even open the game, but they used the little download code to download the DLC, which I can actually buy the DLC for a few bucks. The my buddy told me that the guy that sold it to him bought this to get the DLC, and then he didn't want to open the game, and he bought it digitally. And then since he said he bought it digitally, he really didn't need this collector's edition anymore, and so he sold it to them, and so I picked up, I think it was like $40. So one of the few collector's editions that they had for the Wii U that I now have for my set that I needed, so that was really cool. Next up for PS4, I like these kind of games, and I'm always looking for exclusives that were on PS4 that weren't released on the Xbox, and that is Nobunaga's Ambition, and this is Taishi. So this is one of those little like strategy simulation games that, you know, Koei likes to release a lot of these over the years, like the Romance 3 Kingdoms and stuff with Japan. So this is during, you know, the samurai times in Japan and stuff, and I like these kind of games, so I got that for the collection. They only ever released these on PS4, and that was $16, so very happy to get that. Got a really cool Nintendo Switch game here, because I was actually going to buy this game at GameStop, and I'd just been putting it off, and so I went to my local game store, and they had this collector's edition version of it for brand new for $50. So I figured I might as well $10 more instead of getting the used one at GameStop for $40. Spend $10 more and get the collector's edition for $50, and that is the Fire Emblem Warriors Special Edition, which just plays like Dynasty Warriors, and I love those games. So this has the game, this has a card pack, it's a poster set, and it also has a music CD set, so 3 CDs in there, so really cool. I love Dynasty Warrior games, and I like the Fire Emblem games, and so it combines 2 games I like into one, and to get a collector's edition for the Nintendo Switch for $50 is a great deal. All the game stores got 1 copy of this, and they actually just never sold. I don't know what the original price was, but all my local stores have lowered them down to $50, and so I picked up one, and I've been to some of the other locations, and they have them there, and people still haven't picked it up, so I was happy to get that, because I love these kind of games. Looking forward to it. We'll get to that eventually, so I got that. Got some Xbox 360 titles. Finally got this one. I've seen this one like 8 times at the game store, but it's always missing the manual. But I got the Bioshock 2, and bonus content, the Ultimate Rapture Edition that has Bioshock 1 and 2 and all the DLC in this cool little collector's case, and that was $15. I guess I've run into it a whole bunch of times, but it's always missing the manual. I did find out that it was missing some stupid sticker thing, but I don't really give a crap. I just want to have all the games with all the DLC for it, which I like to have backups of the DLC, because when that marketplace eventually shuts down, you'll never be able to download it again. I can just pop these discs in and get it into my console, so I was happy to have that. Next up, another one of these that I keep running into copies at my game store, but it's always missing the manual, or it's jacked up, or it's missing the bonus disc, and that is Borderlands 2 Game of the Year Edition. Was $15. Comes with all the content on 1 disc and the bonus disc. So a lot of times this bonus disc is missing, and sometimes the game store doesn't realize it should have both, and then it's always missing a manual. So I was so happy to get that, and it's got a cool little artwork in the inlay there. So love the Borderlands games. Again, another one for my collection to have all the DLC for it for my 360 version. So very happy that I got that. Let's see. This next thing is an extremely rare variant that I found for my Xbox 360. When I saw the spine on there, I knew what it was. It was only $8. So happy to see it. And that is the Gears of War 2 Limited Edition. But this is the smaller steelbook that was used for display purposes only. And it has it right there. Really hard to find. This normally goes for like $100 or more on eBay if you can find it, because the normal ones came in an outer box and it was gray, and it had the gun on both sides like this, but it was gray, and it didn't have the logo up here, and obviously didn't have this here, but it was still a steelbook. And this one came with the game, the manual, and what else was in there? A code to download the flashback map pack that wasn't used, and then like an advertisement, which I didn't even really care if it had the game in there, because what's rare is this display case. So this was put out at GameStops, EB Games, stores like that will put these on their shelves to display that the limited edition was coming, and every store usually only got 1 copy of this, and they were supposed to throw these away or destroy them, but sometimes the store kept them or gave them away or something. So occasionally they do pop up. I was so excited to see this. So when I saw this with the red spine, I knew what the hell it was. I was like, "Ooh, yeah, I know what it is." I was excited. And for $8 was a hell of a deal because they had the regular steelbook version next to it, the gray one. They even had the outer box for the same price. So I was glad to get that. It was an amazing find there. That's awesome. I found so much great stuff at that store in my house. They have such a great selection of stuff. Got a couple Xbox One titles here. First up, I got this racing game here. It's called Redout. Raced Faster Than Ever, and this is a Lightspeed edition that has the extra DLC and content, but they have released more for it. It's a futuristic racing game. I played this a little bit for just like about 20 minutes or so, and it's fun. It's just difficult. It plays kind of like a F-Zero type of game, if you guys ever played those. Really cool. Definitely recommend you check it out. It was $6, hell of a deal. I figured I'd give it a try for that price, and really looks cool. There's a lot of DLC for it too that you can buy, add new cars and tracks and stuff. So if I really like the game, I might invest in some of the DLC for it. So definitely check out Redout for the Xbox One. I think it's on PS4 as well, so that was cool. And then this one, I didn't even know they had this on the Xbox One until I saw it there. It's the Duke Nukem 3D World Tour 20th Anniversary Edition of that old Duke Nukem game for the PC, ported for Xbox One. So that's pretty cool. Got a whole bunch of Duke Nukem. I love Duke Nukem and all, and his attitude and just the games are fun. So I didn't even know this was ever out. $15. So happy to add that to the collection because I am a big Duke Nukem fan. So at some point, this is definitely going to go into my rotation to play and beat because I haven't played these old Duke Nukem games in a long, long time. So that was cool. Got some portable games here. Got some DS ones. These first two are actually a set to go together. They were priced at $2.50 each. And that's Transformer Decepticons and Transformers Autobots. So basically you buy these two games because they link together to get the complete story of the game, playing as the Decepticons and as the Autobots. They had both of them there, which was really cool. And they both were complete and in really good condition with the manual. So I love that. I love that Nintendo did that with games on the DS and Game Boy and stuff where they'd have like 1, 2, or 3 different games and they would all link together to where you get the full story. I always liked that. So that was cool to get for $5. And then I also got here Blades of Thunder 2 was $5. Little helicopter game. I love these kind of helicopter games. Kind of remind me of the old Jungle Strike and stuff from the old PlayStation and Sega Genesis days. If you guys remember playing those. So they have a here for the DS, and it was also complete. So that was cool to get. I also managed to find a couple PSP games. Starting to get harder and harder to find PSP games. My local game stores, the ones they have are pretty much ones I already have, or they have very small selection. They've been getting a lot of the movies, which they released on these UMDs, but I'm not really interested in getting movies for the PSP. It's just getting games, but I do have a nice, huge collection of PSP games, and that's one that's been kind of trending lately, and so prices are going up on them, so I'm glad that I've got a bulk of what I want. So first up we got here was Splinter Cell Essentials for $6. It says the best-selling spy action series arrives and talks about storyline spans the entire Splinter Cell series, Spy vs. Spy, all new exclusivity designed content for 1 to 2 players. So I love Splinter Cell. Never played this, so I'll definitely look forward to checking out what's on it. And it has a manual, so that was cool. Also got Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter 2, but the PSP version, because I do have this on Xbox 360. So it will be interesting to see if this portable version has anything different, because usually with portable games versus console ports, they usually have... So we'll have to check that out and see how it is. $5, I figured I'd give it a try. And that one was also complete, so that was awesome. And now my final game here is for my PS1. Was a long box. Now I have the greatest hits version in the little slim jewel case regular version, but I didn't have the big case version, which I want to get as many of the large old PlayStation 1 games as I can. It was only $10, and that is Air Combat. So a little air combat game, fighting with planes and stuff. And it's in pretty good condition. I just can't open it because the stupid sticker is actually blocking it from open, but very happy to add. I love these Tallbacks PS1 games. I have quite a few in my collection. This was one I was missing. So anytime I can get ones I don't have in my set and I can get them for cheap, I'm going to add them to the collection. So happy to add that. And it looks like that is everything I've picked up, guys. All the stuff that I've picked up in the last couple of months. This gets me finally caught up. I want to thank everyone for watching. I would love to hear what stuff you guys are picking up, so let me know in the comments what games you guys have been picking up lately. I always love hearing what stuff you guys are adding to your collection, and if you guys have a pickups video of your own uploaded, share the link with me so I can check it out, because I always do like seeing what you guys get. I want to thank you guys for watching. Take care. You guys have an amazing day, and Sleepy will see you guys next time.